issues, you know. Geez, I don't think you could ask a more explosive question.
I don't really think racism is a big problem here. I think sexism is more of a problem than racism is here. I feel like female teachers generally favor female students more than male students. That's all I have.
No, I don't think there's racial problems in the school. I've never seen that happen before, ever, not once.
Respecting each other and kind of loving each other. And I think it's kind of like that brother-sister syndrome. I can call my brother a lot of different names, but if you say something to my brother, you can't, but I can. Since I go to Permian, I can say whatever I want about Permian. But anybody outside, it's kind of neat that everybody here kind of sticks together.
I would say that we don't have an issue with racism in Permian. You don't really, you don't find much racism in schools where the atmosphere is really, you don't find racism in schools where people are diverse. Permian is predominantly Hispanic, and for instance, I'm a foreign exchange student and I haven't experienced any racism. People have been very welcoming towards me, so I would say that we don't have an issue with racism in Permian.
No, because I have many different friends of different races and cultures.
Racial is color. But there's a lot more than division of race. You have economics, you have religion, you have so many other things, gender obviously. You have so many things that are divisive, that can separate people.
I think racism still exists in Permian because there's always fights going on and there's tension everywhere you go and people are aggressive.
I don't see any racial problems going on at Permian High School anymore.
Do I think there's racism in Permian? Yes and no. It's a two-parter. It's like when people use racism, they're not going out of their way to say anything mean or typically racist. It's like using it in a context like you're trying to be funny.
I feel like there is a little bit of racial tension within our school and a little bit of racial profiling within our faculty. Students are now being targeted on their race, and based on that, teachers judge their ability on what they can do, and it's not right. I mean, Mexican students and black students and white students can all perform the same amount of work and quality of work, and it shouldn't be judged whether they're...
I don't really think that there's racism in the school because, I mean, there's like different groups throughout the school, but I wouldn't call it racism. And because like I would like to believe that racism isn't as big as it used to be anymore. I would like to believe that it's all in the past and in the textbooks, and we just read about it like in history and not in like present time. But that's what I would like to believe.